The northwest region of Vietnam is home to more than 20 ethnic minorities, including the Hmong, Thai, Dao, Tay, Kinh, and Nung. While people here depend on the land for their livelihoods, years of monoculture agriculture on these sloping lands has led to soil erosion, nutrient depletion, and declining yields. Harsh weather exacerbates these conditions, aggravating soil and water loss. To combat the degradation, farmers are forced to resort to costly chemical fertilizers.
Nói chung trồng ngô thì
Income
thu
from
có
maize
cái
is
thu
very
nhập
low,
được ít thôi,
is
không
not enough to
đủ
provide for my
chi tiêu
family.
cho gia đình.
Mình trồng cây lương thực như ngô thì mình thấy đất rất
By
là dốc
growing cereals on the
và
slopes, I
cho
saw the
năng suất
soil
thì rất là
erode
thấp
and the yields
và
decline.
xói mòn đất cũng cao.
Agroforestry is a technology that may offer some much needed relief. Simply, the practice of agroforestry is the integration of trees in agricultural landscapes. When managed properly, this integration can contribute to enhanced crop yields, conservation of soil resources, improved microclimate, and ultimately, increased incomes for farmers. The World Agroforestry Center, also known as ICRAF, works in Vietnam to support farmers in utilizing agroforestry and conducting research. With the support of the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research, or ACIAR, and in collaboration with the local partners, the project Agroforestry for Livelihoods of Smallholder Farmers in Northwest Vietnam has been implemented in Sơn La, Điện Biên, and Yên Bái provinces. The project seeks to increase land productivity, diversify products, and conserve natural resources in Northwest Vietnam. Agroforestry is not a new theory or concept. It has been applied by humans for a long time, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. The basic principle of agroforestry is to diversify products to achieve stable productivity. The AFLI project aims to intercrop long-term plants and short-term plants such as maize and cassava, which are locally available. After 5 years of conducting numerous experimental trials alongside farmers, AFLI's preliminary results are promising. Still in its early stage for trees, the trials already show environmental benefits on the lands and economic gains for farmers. Farmers gain fodder for livestock from the contour grass strips used to stabilize soil and earn income as trees begin to fruit. Soil loss has notably declined in comparison with the previous monoculture systems.
Quyết định mở rộng là do mình thấy
We
mình
decided
tham
to
gia mô
expand
hình
from the
thử nghiệm
initial trials
năm
after
đầu
we
tiên
saw the
đã thấy
effectiveness of
quả
the
rất là tốt.
trials.
Năm nay thu nhập
This year,
chính
our
ở trong
income
mô hình
comes
này
mainly
là
from
cà phê.
coffee, which we were able to
Sản
harvest
lượng năm
1.3
nay là
tons.
cho thu nhập là 1,3 tấn.
In addition to on-farm experiments, a number of other activities were developed with the voluntary collaboration of farmers. 7 group nurseries were established to meet the seedling needs of the farmer demonstration trials. Extension materials were produced in various formats, providing information on establishing and managing nurseries, grafting techniques, top working, and pruning.
Nếu như trước kia thì có thể là mình chỉ biết là đi mua cây giống thôi, cây giống cũng không biết nó là cây giống gì.
Before, I only bought seedlings, but there was no way to know their quality. Now, the researchers of the project guide us in establishing the nursery, purchasing quality seeds, and have shown us grafting techniques. It's our own business that we can continue to ensure our lives in the future.
Cơ sở để cho mình tự phát triển kinh tế.
Following the initial success on on-farm trials in Sơn La province, the project is scaling up. Jointly with farmers, households, and extension centers in My Son district, ICRAF established an exemplar agroforestry landscape in 2015. The exemplar landscape spans 50 hectares, over which 22,000 trees will be planted. Fruit tree species include long an, mango, plum, pomelo, and lemon. Approximately 50,000 meters of forage grass have been planted along control lines on sloping maize fields to produce animal feed and control soil erosion. The active participation of over 30 farmer households is entirely voluntary. After farmers in the area were taken to visit other agroforestry trials and witness the benefits for themselves. Before participating in this project, I had a chance to visit the model in Tân Quế, Con Noi, during a trip organized by ACIAR, the Provincial Extension Center and District's Extension Station. Through the visit, we realized how effective the practice was. It was implemented on sloping land, which is similar to cultivation land where the trees were cut down, leading to severe soil erosion. That's the reason we decided to participate in the Exemplar Landscape project. The effectiveness of agroforestry practice has gradually convinced not only farmers but also the local government. Thanks to the support of the local government, we were able to implement a demonstration model of a large area of 50 hectares in the last 8 months. We will also carry out a similar model of 50 hectares in Yên Bái province. The positive effects of the project were clear to the farmers and didn't go unnoticed by the local authorities either. In witnessing the real impacts agroforestry has made, the People's Council of Yên Bái has incorporated these scientific innovations into development support policies at a large scale in 2015. The People's Council of Yên Bái has issued development support policies for the sustainable cultivation practices on sloping land in poor areas. Incentives include subsidy of 1 million Vietnam dong per hectare for farmers to grow grass strips to prevent soil erosion, while increasing maize yield and providing feed for livestock, and a subsidy of 6 million Vietnam dong for every hectare of Sơn Tra for Trạm Tấu and Mù Căng Chải districts. At the project's annual meeting in 2016, ACIAR and participating farmers welcomed international experts and partners to visit the trials and demonstration fields. They are very happy with the changes in the long-standing habit of monoculture on sloping land of the local farmers. The fruit trees integrated in the agroforestry system such as long an, mango, plum and coffee are producing first fruits. Through the activities of the project in the last 5 years and through the reports of participating organizations, I can see that the biggest benefit for farmers in the 3 provinces is that they understand the agroforestry techniques on their land. And in addition to that, technical staff and project researchers have helped them better understand the long-term benefit that they can attain later on. Lợi nhuận mà họ sẽ thu được sau này. The AFLI project sought to offer a potential solution to reconcile trade-offs between economic growth and environmental protection. It started on a small scale, but as the benefits of the project began to be realized with tangible impacts on income and land degradation, the methods of the project and agroforestry scaled out. The success of the AppLeaf project does not end here. It lives on with the farmers, armed with the skills and knowledge to expand agroforestry from their plot to the landscape.